What up, what up, what up? What's up, everybody? What's going on? How are you guys doing? Just need to check the stream, make sure I'm live. Looks like I am live. And how are you guys doing? Just need to check the stream, make sure I'm live. Looks like I am live. And all right. So today I had something else planned in mind, but due to just the way I'm feeling and how kind of the whole day I've had to do a lot of just a ton of office work. Yeah, so just as a result of that, I'm going to modeling something quick that I can just do, retire to bed and call it a day. I think I'm going to be doing folding tables. This right here. So we're going to be doing folding table just like so. And I think I'm looking at something like this. Oh, this is an e-commerce site. Yeah, something like this would be, I presume, would be exactly something like this. Should be easy to model, straightforward, and we'll just call it a day after that. First of all, let me just clear out the scene. I'm going to bring in a cube, and I'm going to GZ just once to the surface, and I'm going to bring in a human for reference. GX, move this out of the way, and SZ table should be around this height. So I can GX this out of the way, and I can bring in another table, another plane, or a plane rather. It doesn't have to be another. I can bring in a plane and SY, GZ, just like so, and I would apply scale. What I want to do is bring this up a little bit more. As a matter of fact, let me bring all of that down. All right. And I want to keep the origin in the center. So I can GZ this up just like so. Right. So right here, I want to bevel all those corners, but we need to apply scale so that it's a proportional bevel. So I've beveled the corners and I can extrude all of that out just like so. Right. So under here, I want to insert and extrude in the other way. So we have that. I think right here I want to apply some edge loops, but this is not allowing it to connect properly. So I'm going to connect these edges J, and then right here I would do some mirroring and then apply that mirror. Right on this part, I want to create an handle. So I can bring this close like so, mirror, and bring this to the other side, and I can add an edge loop right around here. So all of this, I can maybe add another edge loop right here, and then delete these faces. Delete faces, right? And then I can select these two, come to the side view, and then I can extrude on the Z just like so, right? All of this I want to bring into view, and then these two can just bridge between both. Oh no, F to fill, F to fill. So all of this can be a face, and then I'll just mirror this to the other side, and then this also should be mirrored to this side. So we should have the handle on both sides now, and then I can apply bevel to it all. Right, that's cool. I would just model the base, I'm going to take out this. So the basis, I'm going to start that from here. Bring cursor to this point, and I'm first of all going to bring in, I'm going to bring in the square. Scale all of that. All of this point, I want to bring to the center. Right? Select all and G to this point. So from here, I'm going to extrude on the Z, 1. Extrude this to the side, 1, and extrude on the Z to close it out. So what I'm just trying to create is this leg right here. Right? From the way it looks, I think this is meant to GY, come out a little more, and then this is supposed to SZ, just like so. Right? And then I'm supposed to select this, bevel, all of that, just like so. So I can easily convert this into a curve and apply depth on that. So I can shade smooth that, and then on this side, bring this in a little bit. I feel like this is too thick, so I'm going to bring it down just a smidge, and this, I will apply this to create an entire mesh from it. Apply a loop down here, GZ, bring this to the ground, and then right here I can select this and then just extrude out just like so. So right here I can mirror this to the other side, but I want to add in a cylinder, so I can bring down that cylinder RX90 or R90. R. I should just scale the whole thing. Or I'm going to add in a cylinder independent of that. R90, scale all of that. Then SY, just like so, SY, and I can GZ and SY. Plug all of the information in. Right? So from the front view, I want to get this to look right. And then I can join with this, just like so. So we have this information. I would like to model to the other side, but something that is that looks like this, I want to model for this one. I think the base has to be rounded off. So I'm going to go to the base right here and just bevel all of that. Shade, auto smooth, bevel, select all, merge by distance, and that is it. I think all of this stop, pause. I need to GZ into the table, right? So for this part right here, I already have the cursor up there. I'm going to bring in a circle and just make it 3 sides, basically. I'm going to do that again. Make it a 3 vertex table. I'm going to rotate this by 90, rotate this by 180, and I can scale all of that down right here. View, and I'm going to scale, and I'm going to GZ to this spot, and I can GX all the way out, and this spot right here I can GZ, right? So what I can do with this now is just form this shape. So on this side I can extrude this all the way out, just like so. And all of this can either be converted to a curve, or let me convert it to a curve. Then add a little bit of depth to that. But what I really need is an extrude for it to have like a different kind of shape. right? So I can GZ this, select these vertices, come to this side, and then G. I want to rotate this just like so. GX, GZ. All right. So right here, I'm just going to apply some cylinders to make it look like it's a knot scale SX, SY, GY, SY. Bring cursor to this point. I'm going to bring cylinder down here. No, I'm going to reduce this to 6, RX 90. Bring all of that information down. SY. I'm going to scale this and bring this forward just like so. So right here, I'm going to frame this and GY, bring this forward just like so. And I can apply that scale and then just bevel this. Right, S shift Y and GY. Okay, so we have all of that information. I can apply that to the mesh, join all of that into one, and then using this table as a pivot, I'm going to mirror this, and then this also using as the pivots, mirror this. So I think we're literally done with this table, but I feel like it's too high considering the height of this guy. Like it's too tall really. So I'm going to select all of that, and then I want to lower the height a little bit. So I'm going to come to the side, select all of this and GZ down. And no, that's too much. GZ just slight. So this is cool. I think I will shade this and we'll call it a night. This is a very easy model. Like I feel like I'm cheating tonight. But I don't have the strength to do something so elaborate. So we have this. I am going to bring in a metal texture first. Right, and I'm going to change this to rendered view so we can see what that is. I'm just bringing scene walls. Yeah. I'm going to select all of this and apply whatever mirroring or stuff that is on it. Right. I'm going to also link this link material. Right. And the top is just going to be some kind of a plasticky. Let me see. Is there any plastic material? Nope. But I just don't want it to be like a smooth kind of white, you know. Let's see. If I see something that is close to it that I can refine from there, I think I'm just going to go for that. Hmm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. I'll go with this. This looks like it's going to be a concrete material, but let me see the setup and know how I'm going to refine it to look like plasticky. Where's shade editor? Shade editor. I'm going to take out displacements. U cube UV. I want to add a little bit of dirt on this. So I'm going to use maybe a noise texture for a max, right? And then use a color ramp to see what the mapping is like. Mapping is horrible. Okay, so I can increase scale. And then I want to make some of these patch parts like just have a brown kind of stain on it. Yep. Make that darker. Make that more brown. All right. So this is good for me. I want to make another option. So again, like if you can remember, the goal is to kind of make this look like a whole pack, right? So in order to maximize just one model that we have created, I'm going to make it look like um it's bigger than it looks, you know. That is bigger than it is rather. Let me bring this origin to geometry. Shift D, rotate this by 90, and I'm going to bring this here. So I'm going to select this, Shift D, Y, separate that selection, select this, bring origin to cursor, come right front here, R90, RZ 90. So right here, I'll bring this to the side. GZ, GY. So I'll use this as a mirror to the other side. That's one item that we're going to make flatter. The second item I'm going to make flatter is this one. So I'm going to Shift D, Y, separate that, and then I'm going to bring geometry, origin to the geometry itself, and then I'm going to select this and then just bring this down just like so. All right. For this, I'm going to copy this rotation. Let's see. Copy rotation. Nope. I'm going to just make this flat. I'm going to make this RX90 and just GY. Then I can RZ180. GZ. GZ. GX. I'm going to mirror this to the other side. Apply that mirror. You know what? Can scale this down just a smidge. Just to cheat its compactability down here. All right. So we have it. What I want to do is just take a couple of shots of this. Let me first of all save. Where is this? Where is this? The 64. I'm going to put this at 5. The 64 folding table sets. Uh, the 64. What is this 64? I mean, why did I see 64? 65. That's how sleepy I am. The 65. The 65 folding table sets. I don't think I'm going to end the stream after this. Something I have been doing is kind of rendering what I've done in the past and making thumbnails out of it, just making previews out of it. And I probably should also start uploading to my CGTrader today. You know, export FBX, export all the things that are necessary, and just have that on. The strategy I'm going to be using is the strategy that worked for me on CGTrader, and that is trying to pull people in with like making the models free at first. So it's first of all going to be like $0 free to purchase. And then when I have all those proof of concepts, all those views, the downloads, the hopefully likes and comments, then I would put a price tag on it. Right. So that's what I'm going to be doing. They're all going to go up for free at first. And then I'll change them as the time goes on. So this I think is good. The only thing is that I want to check if there are other colors of this. There's a wooden color, there's a dark color. So I want to make those two, and that will be that for this. So I'm going to go to rendered view. There's something about this texture that doesn't show. It's not nice, like in terms of ambient occlusion and dimensionality. It's weird. You know what? Let me use ambient occlusion for this. Or pointiness. I think it's pointiness that is going to work. Geometry. I want to capture that bevel, that edge. Oh, is it pointiness? It's layer weights. Layer weights. Exactly. So I'm going to bring in the Fresnel into this point. Let's see what that looks like. The facing, let's see. So much sharper. And then one of this is going to get a curve on it so that I can make one of the parts significantly darker. So this is darkening up the table. That's not what we want. So I'm going to move this curve to the other one. No. I'm going to move this curve to this one. And then I'm going to delete this curve. So it's the edge that I want to make darker. I'm going to make this more contrasty. Color ramp. By using a color ramp. So let's bring in that black. Make that white defined. Make that black defined, basically. And then let's see this. So that's cool. I like this. I'm going to go to the final and render all of that. Boy, it's not even showing. It's not showing at all. So that's this. And then this. Right? Or should this be darker? That's weird. I'm going to take this entire thing and shift DX, move it out on the surface, and then this right here, I'm going to make something different, and I want to make this dark, a dark color. You know what? All of this can go, and I can just make this dark, just like so. I'm going to link this to materials, and then this is going to be right here, and I'm going to create a last variation. That's this, and this is going to be a wooden material. So I'm going to go straight down to our asset browser, polyhaven textures, and just put wood. I think the wood that is going to work is this. That's cool, but I'm going to select all and just scale it up. I'm going to link this to this, and I think we have a whole set. So next thing I want to do is bring in a camera, but this wood I'm going to put it last. GX. All right, and then I'm going to go to photographer add-on, bring in a camera, lock the camera so I can just find my shots that I want. I'm going to make this at least 120 mm. And I feel like I want to add a plane. So I can shift C, add a plane, and just scale all of that. So this is good. Let me see if I can shade, if I shade this dark, if it's going to like make any difference. Or I can add in a brick texture. And the reason I want to make a brick texture is try to achieve a checkered look to the ground. So this makes it look like a miniature. I'm going to remove that offset first, and then this color I'm going to paste in this color. I'm going to still keep that mortar color, but I want to reduce the size of that mortar significantly. Like I'm going to do 0.001. That's cool. Let me take it to 0.005. It's too much. 0.03 is even too much. 0.02. That's perfect. And then I'm going to bring down the brick width so that it's more like a square. I'm just going to copy this and paste this. So it's like a square now, and then the scale is just going to go up, all the way up. So it kind of looks bigger now. Let me take this to 0.003. 4. So this white color, I want to bring it down for it to turn towards gray. As a matter of fact, like I even think this one is even nice. Yeah. So this is going to be the rendered shots for, this is going to be one of the shots. I think each of the model is going to have at least 4 shots. And then if I need to fill out the entire preview of CGTrader, because CGTrader has slots for like 16 preview shots, and I mean, I've read articles where it says, you know, to give your models more chances, you need more of the shots. So what I used to fill out the shots would be taking some solid view screenshots, and then maybe some wireframes, things like that. And then I would also upload the corresponding YouTube video to it. So another camera, I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to zoom in. I'm zooming into this. I'm going to bring in another shot, and the zoom is going to be for a different one. Let's take the zoom for this one. I'm going to bring in another shot, and I'm going to take this from another angle. Right. Oh, but this angle is so bright. What about from this side? Or from this side? I'm going to bring this like this. I like to see it from under, just like so. It's not a bad shot at all. But all of that back needs to be covered. So I'm going to easy. But all of that back frame. No. Can I use an HDRI for that back? Let's try. All of this I've been doing is on Scene World. I need to bring in a real HDRI so I can see if the shots are even making sense. Asset browser, HDRIs, and let's see this. Nope. Not of all, let me go to the first shot so I kind of know which one is working and which one is not working. Nope. 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 That one is too strong. That's softer, but not what I want. Nope. It's an overcast sky. Yeah. Looks more like it. But this ground, I want to change the shader for this. That's good. Let's see the other shots if they look good, and we'll go on to I want this backdrop to be pure white, so I'm going to rotate this HDRI and remove that tree out of place. I like to dip the height of this thing, just bring it down. I can just easy. All right. Now to EX. Make that look like some kind of a platform. Let's see if it appears in other shots. Just this. GZ. That's cool. I'm going to save this and I'm going to localize all textures used, and then let me go to render queue and render all four. Let me check the stream. Let me check. Hmm. Okay. Stream. Looks like stream's working, but network is really slow. In fact, let me look at the OBS and see how slow network is. Or could it be my rendering? Okay, oh, it's just 1 MB I'm working with. I was thinking it was the rendering that was making everything slow. But again, let me check it, the rendering itself, because this thing might be rendering in 4K and I might not even know. I said it's rendering in 2K. So I'm going to cancel all of that rendering information. And change all of that data. I'm going to change to like 1K-ish or even lower. Oh, yeah. I'm going to leave this at 100, right? And just save this as a startup file. So I don't need to do that setting all the time. And I'm going to open back folding table sets and render all of that. Oh, could it still be 2? Oh my God, it's still 2K. I'm going to open this new one and open back this one again, but this time I'm going to change that 2K to divided by 4. Then render Q, render all 4. Then render Q, render all 4. Three people are watching right now. That is awesome. I just want to reply notifications. Elijah. Dude, they have been spamming me with like emojis. Like, I mean, I like it. Thank you for the comment, but like, if you should show some personality, that would be great. Try to tell me what you like about it, what you don't like. I would appreciate any other comments, but like, yeah, this is good too. So I'm just going to be replying some of his comments. I don't even know what to reply to him. Let me just, maybe some fire emoji won't be bad. Drop some fire emoji. Or some thanks. I don't want to reply fire with love. That's crappy. And pause on that. So I was going to do that to the rest of the comments. And shout out to Elijah for like just engaging, you know. It means a lot from me, considering how much low amount of views the first 2 or 3 streams had. Like, you know. Now these things are getting up to like 45, and yeah, it's something. I think something I want to start doing is sort of repurpose all this live stream into like actual videos. But in order to do that well, I need to record as I'm working, you know. So I'll look into that. Yeah, last one. Shout out to you, Elijah. And yeah, let me see if rendering is done. If rendering is done, okay, rendering is not done. I want to open up Photoshop and then bring in the thumbnail that I've done in the past. This right here is me just trying to create textures, not necessarily textures, but like blueprint for POS machine. I think at some point I would do that as part of my list. So I'm just going to figure out how I'm going to go about that. Um, Let me do day. Or just type cosmetics. Day 61. Where's the PSD? This is the PSD. And come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. So I'm just going to switch this out. I think the next one that I did was, let me see. Come on, man, this thing is so slow. And I think it's because of the rendering. I actually believe that it's because of the rendering. That's why this thing is slow. But what I want to do is change at least one of the thumbnail. Huh. Seeing it dragging bad. You know what? Let me just stay on the rendering page. When it's done, I'll go on to doing other things. All right, rendering is done. Let's see how many slots even use. One. Just use 4, 5, 6, and 7. Man. Oh, that was too long a render time. Is this 64 or 65? I think it's 65. It's 65. So I'm going to put this folding table sets 1. Then the next is slot 5. Save that. Six. Save that. 7. Save that. So that's good. I'm going to go down to the Photoshop file and I'm going to make for think the very next one is, I think day 5. Let me see road signs exactly. And I already have some. This is day 55 road signs. Let's do it like this. So this is saved. I'm going to open road signs, open all of this. I don't know if I like this rendering now. Like it looks somehow. But I know what I'm going to do with it. So right here, I'm going to start replacing images. I feel like I should reduce this to 4. And the reason is that 5 seems like a lot. So I'm going to select 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just move out. Right. So I can delete this, add this sign, and then we have one right here. Then for this one, I can copy this and replace this right here, so I can fix this in and just show one part with a lot of signs. But I want to use a curve to punch that out. Like it looks like it's lacking light, basically. Like even this one is okay, but that one in particular just looks really dim. Then right here, I can, no, I won't copy that. I can copy this and use for the last one. Insert, just like so. This is going to be on this side, and I'll put one more here. It's going to be this one. Going to delete that, paste this, but it's going to be a more zoomed in. Going to be a more zoomed in version. So I'm going to punch it into this ones, just like so. That's great. This I need to push out with the curve. That's good. I'm going to change this to road signs rather. Road signs. I'm going to save this as road signs. Size is good. I'm going to come down to this road signs and just save. So that's good. I'm going to go to YouTube. Let me check the stream and see. I think at this point I'm done. If you want to leave the stream, it's fine. To YouTube. Oh, there's someone here. Let me check the stream and see. I think at this point I'm done. If you, David, big fan of your logos. I really appreciate that, bro. And kind of going wondering, how did you find my YouTube channel? Cause it's low key. I really appreciate you. I'm not going to update this road signs, update the thumbnail, and then I'm going to call it a night. My eyes already hot, like I can feel it. So I'm going to update this. Day 55 road signs. Save. So yeah, that is about it, guys. I'm going to open OBS and close right now. So long, and until I see you guys in the next one. space